Gazine Talk Show. I'm your host Tisa, and this is
Mabel. I'm so excited. I mean, today we're talking about something very interesting, and I want to learn a lot. And I'm hoping that you guys will be very active, comment, and also go on Instagram page. Drop all your questions and comments there.
exactly like I said in May.
I need to say it right. It's like
Yes,
if possible.
exactly.
You know, and it's unfortunate today we couldn't have any guests due to the obvious. The numbers are really going up, and we couldn't, bring anybody on set.
No.
But it's gonna be interesting regardless.
Yes, and it's like you said, it's really sad, and just everyone out there, make sure you mask up, make sure you steam, you sanitize, keep 1 meter apart.
Of
Yes.
course. Social
And
distance.
stay home unless you really have to go out.
Of course.
And we're still in the mourning period as a nation,
Yeah.
as well as just want to reach out to people out there. There have been so many deaths. People are losing their loved ones.
And this year we've had more this year than the
Mhm.
last year, so
Yeah.
it's about
Check
time
on each
we-
other.
True,
Exactly.
true.
Check on your friends. It's really training. It's a training time psychologically as well. I mean, we're dealing with mental health, and we talked about the mental impact or the psychological impact of COVID.
Yeah.
There's fear, there's uncertainty, but check on each other, and I mean, there's always hope, and God has got us, and He'll take care of us.
True.
So we're sending our love, basically.
Of course, and this is the best time to have hope now more than ever. We
True.
really need it.
Yeah.
We really
yeah.
need it. So let's jump right into
Into
it.
it. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we were in the studio, hey?
I know, right? It feels different, but I love it. You know,
Love
something
it.
different. Yeah. From
And
out.
it's outdoor.
Well,
The
a little bit
coffee.
of everything.
The
you know?
coffee.
I mean, that's the only part you miss, obviously.
Yes.
Obviously.
But we're safer here, so we love it
Of
here.
course,
Mhm,
of course.
mhm. So we're going to be talking about employability skills, and today we'll be having a conversation with Yoti.
Yes.
Yes. So we'll be talking to Mr. Mbiyoti Chola, who is the CEO of Digital Bloom Media and so many things. And when his CV is rich, I don't want to empty it. We'll let him introduce himself.
Yes.
Although it's going to be a phone call instead of a Zoom call. So if you have any questions, anything, any contributions, just text the number on the screen, and we're going to be answering, as well as just maybe forwarding the questions to him in case we can't answer.
Of course, feel
And
free.
just feel free to engage with us. Yeah,
Yes, so
we get to it.
definitely.
Mhm. Employability skills.
I'm really interested to know what his take will be on this topic.
Okay. Oh yeah. And I found it quite interesting when I started reading up on it. Hello, Yoti, we are live. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Can you just try and speak up a little bit?
Hello.
Hello.
You know,
Yes.
You're much better.
welcome to my phone to the show.
Yes, welcome the phone to the show as well. Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
We hope you're masking up and sanitizing and keeping yourself well out there.
Yeah. Literally locked down on that self-locked down.
That's
Oh,
good.
That's very nice.
That is nice.
Yeah. So you did well on trying to make it a call.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna come there.
Wow.
Thank you for finding time still to pick up your call. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Mm.
So we are talking about employability skills. So we'll just start with the basics. Maybe you can just help us understand what is employability skills in your own ways, in your own understanding. Let's just start from there.
Okay. I think in layman's language, employability skills, first of all, yeah, it's a generic term for employment. So employability skills are the two essential skills that will make you stand out to your employer, to your potential employer. So the skills that will make you stand out to a potential employer for them to employ you. So these are not necessarily like the skills you have for your degree or your diploma or your master's. These are mini skills like they're like essential skills, almost like I don't know, when you do your CV, you always put those skills, like essential skills.
Like, sorry, could you just maybe help us with an example?
Maybe
of
one or two, yes.
For example, interpersonal skills. You don't say that you don't have a degree in interpersonal skills.
Okay. So,
when you say you've got excellent communication skills,
okay.
or you're a people's person,
Mm-hmm.
you'll never got the skill to college to get a degree in people's person.
Yes.
You don't do that. So those skills that will make you stand out on the employer. Attention to detail. There's nothing like I have a PhD in attention to detail.
That's true.
Yes.
But the skills that stand out to your potential employer. And those skills, if you obtain them, some employers will really care about whether you have a master's or a PhD.
Wow.
So those are skills that can actually make you stand out more.
Okay.
So if I got you right, Mr. Yoti, you've made it clear to say there is no connection whatsoever between, not really no connection, but there is a connection. There's a difference between being educated and having employable skills, right? Employability skills. Because now I feel people are more reluctant after they go to the university, they get that degree, that master, that diploma, they become reluctant. All they are looking for is just a job. But they are forgetting that there is massive competition out there, and those small little things will really speak a lot for them. And I like the fact that you've made it clear to say education is on the other hand, and also employability skill is also on the other hand. So what advice would you basically give to those, all of us actually, who've been to the university, who have that degree, diploma, a master's, and what advice can you give?
Your degree alone won't get you a job. It may, but positions are slim. That's why the employer always want people that you if they never wanted for the employee skills in you, they will never call for an interview. They'll just look at your papers and say, come report for work.
Yeah.
Right. So whatever you've done, it's always important to of course some of these employability skills are laid through things like internship, their online short courses that just read a lot about what they do and don't workplaces.
Yeah.
But of course, there are some of them that are actually like part of you, like it's your character. So you just have to either develop them or have them.
Yeah.
So no one will really teach them to you. So yeah, you learn them to internship, you learn them through online courses or reading different articles, and even mentorship. So you can have a mentor that can mentor you in particular fields or career path.
Okay. So basically, how can one assess or know, like, okay, I have it? Because in a degree, it's easy to test yourself.
Yes.
So is it possible to test yourself and say, I do have employability skills or I don't have employability skills?
Most of us HR. Being an entrepreneur, I think you can definitely help people with a bit biased towards yourself. So you just say, okay, I think I'm good at this. But overall, you can actually, your weaknesses. Definitely, you can say, okay, I think a lot of work complimented me about being able to use initiative, problem solver. You observe it. If you have worked before, you can actually know that you have employability skills you're talking about or not. For example, in a workplace, if you're interning or you're working there, every time there's a problem, are you one of the people that does the troubleshooting
Okay.
to solve that particular problem? Or are you one of the people that always goes to look for someone to find to look for who is going to fix that little problem that your PC is having or your document is having or you're failing to make a decision? So those little things you're able to actually tell, it's okay, I have a problem solver and I think this is what the employer maybe looking for? Or how efficient do you communicate? Every time you communicate, do you have a lot of people getting confused? Or you coming back to say, I thought you made this, I thought, how often do people thought over what you say? I don't know nothing. How often do people thought? I thought you meant, I thought, and you know that communication is not very good.
As good as,
Yeah.
So you can assess yourself as a being. You can be very biased and some people. You can only observe on what other people are telling you.
Okay. We'll start self-assessing, eh?
I will start it today.
Yes.
I like the fact that it's made it very plain and clear to say it's very much possible. You can just tell from the simple conversations you have with people how clear you can speak. If people are able to come back and say, okay, I really didn't understand what you meant, can you maybe explain it further or simpler so I can get it? So that's a very good thing to do. I think I will take it up. Self-assessment, definitely.
Self-assessment is really good. So you talked about communication as being
One of them.
one of the employability skills, and I'm thinking to myself, I've seen memes of people saying when your workmate thinks you're family, and like there's this picture that people give where they can exist independently from their workmate. Like, I'm trying to understand, how does communication skills make someone stand out in the workplace? And also, because then there are people who say, I don't like people, I'm not a people person. So how does that fit in when it comes to employability skills?
Okay. So the first thing you have to understand is that every business has a motive, has one final motive, is to make money. Right? And when you talk about communication skills, it's not communication necessarily just to take your time with colleagues at work and get along with colleagues and laugh. No. It's communication that trickles down to profit. So it's either communication that is effective to make sure that you don't lose good deals, or good communication that makes sure that you maintain a good relationship with the customers that are paying, giving you good paychecks.
Okay.
So, for example, imagine you had an order, okay, and one of the receptionist or the admin person has poor communication and fails to communicate with the client, able to deliver this in 21, let's say 10 working days, and just say we'll deliver this in 10 days. And the client follows up on 10 days, and next Wednesday decides 10 days and not to cancel this order, and you lose out.
Yeah.
So that's an employer, you be sacked immediately because there's poor communication. So it's not like communication, like you want to come and give me a talk that trickles down to business. I think that this one is going to clarify the customer about letting the business, or tell them, you know what, I know recently I was in shopping buying something, and I overheard a conversation where a customer was very angry because they had a promotion that they buy one shop and get one free. And it means something else, so the cashier failed to explain it to clear. The man was upset.
Yeah. I can imagine. I can be upset as well.
Me too. I mean, that was direct English.
So for your product, it needs to be for back. If that ends up to losing money, no employer wants anyone that's going to be cost for a liability to somebody.
So communication is
So
important, eh?
communication in itself is like a major trickle factor anywhere, whether in the workplace, in the home, in the marriage, in the relationship, with with girlfriend. Everything mostly breaks down because of communication.
Yes.
Everything breaks down because communication knows everything else.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I know. I saw a meme that says when they say sorry, I didn't say good night, then you've reached third wave. So yes, communication is important.
That's true. So, Mr. Yoti, I've got a question. So you've clearly explained how important communication skill and the benefit you can actually benefit from that skill. So here comes somebody looking for work, and apparently they can speak very well, and from there you just get intrigued by them, then you decide to employ them. Then later on you understand, in as much as they can really talk well, they can't really be reliable and they're just and other attributes which really don't add up to their communication skills. So how can you balance that? Because some people can be very well spoken, honestly, but when it comes to things like liability, it's something which is just out of their league. So how can you balance up those different elements which every person, every worker is supposed to have?
Yeah, of course, in a workplace, this is different places. But certain attributes, depending on the values of the company, that the certain company will want to tolerate.
Okay.
For example, if you're working with me, if you have no integrity, whether you have the rest of the things, depends on.
Okay.
And I think most of the companies have look out for integrity, because integrity covers everything, including reliability. So say you're voting for a 9, you're going to become a 9, and not an 11, and we need to explain. So, if one person is doing it, they'll place you in a department that you may is not very critical. There are certain departments that are very, very critical, especially where you're dealing directly with customers or directly with top management. If someone's not very reliable, definitely not the kind of people you want to give a job that is on the edge of the deadline. So probably that person who wanted to, I don't know, you concentrate on their strengths. I don't really, they're not like the handball people. You can't rely on them to deliver what's required. But reliability, I think also on the other hand, that person comes to as a lenient with you, but you're not reliable in the workplace, then what use are you for?
True. That is true.
So, definitely, like, non-negotiable to be reliable. Every employer is looking for someone who they can rely on and get things done. So, yeah. So, it's hard to lead to reliability scheduling a lot of things. Maybe someone is not reliable with money. Every time they give it money, they have shortages and all that. Don't put them in account. Let them just not handle money.
Yeah.
Focus on what we can do best and not handling money, because they're not reliable with money.
Yeah.
So in terms of maybe reliability with what exactly?
Okay.
That you can get upset and can't rely on dealing with the customer or lose it and close the deal. Put them in customer service or don't let them engage there with customers. Put them where they will deal with customers. So depending on the weakness, if your strength outweigh the weaknesses, I think where they can place you best. And if your weakness outweigh your strength, they will place you. I'm going to mention that every employee.
Actually, it works like that. That's
so
true. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go on a break and we'll be back and we'll just pick it up from where we ended with employability skills. If you have any questions for Yoti, please feel free to text us and comment on our post as well, or you can call in directly and we'll be able to answer your questions. We'll be right back. Welcome back, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying as we continue to talk about employability skills with Yoti. So I've learned so much so far. We've defined what employability skills are.
I've learned that communication skills are one of the top-notch things you're supposed to have. Self-assessment as well. You really have to have, that personal interaction with yourself, and you can have it through people. Speak to them, see their feedback from them, and from there you'll be able to tell if actually your communication skill is up to pitch or you really still have to improve on it. So I'm still learning. It's very, interesting, and I want to still learn more.
Exactly. Yoti, welcome back.
Thank you.
So we're going to get into the present time and what employability skills are needed. So we've seen a shift in work. Even for us, me and Mabel, we were doing outdoor shoots and going to places, but now we're here.
And we were supposed to have guests, but they couldn't come.
Exactly. So with the shift in the work systems due to the pandemic worldwide, what employability skills are now marketable? Like what should we look out for to learn?
Okay, the world is evolving, of course. So now people are looking for skills that you need to have probably without going to university. Right now, everyone is looking for people that is tech savvy.
Okay.
So one or the other, you have to know how to use the computer. If someone says they're going to keep a Zoom, or don't be like, what is Zoom? What is setting up a Zoom platform, being able to set up the Microsoft Teams, Meet, or Google Meet, whichever one. People are looking for people that are able to get along with both. Are you able to work remotely on Teams, on Microsoft Teams? And are you a self-starter? The slang, I call it a slang, and people have to use CVs to say, I can work with Linux.
Yes!
You ready to be seen out. Are you really able to work with Linux foundation? Right now, if they are looking for that kind of people, because there's plenty of online jobs that now.
True.
Okay.
So if you're really going to stand out, you need to prove yourself that your work is with computers, and you can work, you can send the correct email, you can communicate effectively, because communication now is in more ways where you are not speaking each other physically, and there's still a lot of people that are struggling, especially the old folks are like, no, you can't expect something from me on Zoom, I want you to come here. So are you going to communicate to the customer online and sell to them? People trying to sell online. One of the most sought after skills right now is social media. Everyone looks at someone who can manage to market in social media. Like it or not, a lot of people are looking at social media managers now. So if you got a degree in general marketing, but you don't know how to handle social media, and another guy has got a certificate and he knows how to do social media, and then the other guy over you.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
It's a skill set.
Then, of course, there are other skills that, like problem solving, don't, like you can't negotiate with them. Then there are also a lot of tech skills. Of course, those now are not like speaking, but the career paths like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and all that. And different other skills that you just have an idea. You may not necessarily have the technique, but just have an idea of how things like that would work.
So if I got it right, you're basically putting forth two elements here. You're saying nowadays companies, employers are looking for people who can perform and deliver regardless of the situation, be they working in an office or they're working at home. They must be able to adapt, have enough skill to sit and fit in any situation, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So this is something which everybody has to learn out there and make sure they understand that regardless where you're placed, and especially now when most companies are asking their employees to work from home.
Yeah.
I mean, are you in a space where you can actually perform and deliver up to the company standards you're actually working for? So that's something which everybody has to really look into, and as a person you really have to develop yourself to that level and make sure you deliver at any particular point in time. Yeah.
Also, you mentioned something in line with making sales online, and I know you're an entrepreneur. So I just have one question for you, Yoti. Before the pandemic and during, like where we are now and everything that has been going on, has it been how has being online, how has putting your business online, being digital, how has that helped? Has it improved, or has things deteriorated?
Yeah.
Like, how is it for you?
You have to start with the laugh first.
Well, I think for me, being a digital marketer and having put our business well positioned online has worked well for us. I think I'll tell you the experience of my age.
Okay.
Because we went ahead of anyone else. We are ranked well on Google, so when they search for companies of what we do, we are among the people working, and I think we have delivered more work this year than any other year combined. The year has not ended, but but the other thing is also that people are making online inquiries, also delivered a lot of work without meeting customers, and that went well because definitely I did online sales, how to make online sales without making stuff like so. It was something that takes power. We're got a payment, huge payment about making the actual customer. I'm not talking about the customer question.
Wow. People actually paid without meeting you.
Without meeting the customer, that's the corporate, not an individual.
Okay.
The corporate, and then the question would be like, how do you just make people pay you?
Yeah.
Knowing you, how do you do that in everybody's kind of come?
Mm.
That's going to be another day, probably.
Next week.
There are really like a lot of other things you can look at.
Okay, well, we're glad. That is very, very inspiring. It's actually, for me, I was wondering, I'm like, wait, I've sold clothes before to people, and they wouldn't even pay the money. They're like, first we see the clothes.
Obviously, there's kind of
Yes, being scammed.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing to see that the world is evolving, and the workplace and the business place are just
Picking up, and the trust now is being built because people are now forced to just trust what they see through the internet.
Exactly.
And just have that confidence to say, if we purchase this product or service, it will still be delivered the way it's supposed to be delivered. So that's another huge advantage which the internet is providing now. So like you said, every workplace needs somebody who can manage and perform on that level of requirements. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, we really need to pick up our digital skills. I've learned so much. Yeah, but we're getting there. We're here on the phone doing an interview. Yes.
So and it's working. So we believe you're on the right path. Yeah.
So we're going to go for our last break, and then we'll be closing off soon as we come back. So Yoti, stay on the line, viewers. Keep up. Keep on sending the messages, and
don't
we'll
change
right
that
back.
now. back, I really love the way employability skills is being digested by Jyoti. It spoke about the definition itself, the difference between employability skills and education itself, talked about communication, self-assessment, being knowledgeable enough with the internet, how to manage it.
Reliability as well. Yeah.
Exactly. So we're just gonna have a few of his last remarks on our topic today, then we'll see what we'll do next.
Yeah. Okay, Yeti, welcome back.
Thank you.
So we just want to hear from you. Any last words for our viewers and tips, anything that you'd like to say before we close?
And just to add on, it can be really nice if you can pick it up from the current situation we're into COVID, how and why people should adapt, and check this platform rather as an advantage to actually grow and learn. Yeah.
Okay. I'd love to start the statement that says every challenge is an opportunity for something better. So the COVID situation, restriction imposed, staying home, is an opportunity for people to learn more skills, and they call them essential skills. Learn essential skills that will help them thrive. So everyone should be able to capitalize on the current situation. It's not just being home, complaining about boredom, watching TV, being broke. A lot of people talking about being broke online. But if you can afford bundles to be on Facebook and say you're broke, then you can afford some bundles to learn something online that will help you get paid in a few weeks.
That's true.
So I think people shouldn't be too rigid with their formal qualifications. I know when people get to uni and all that, they don't be too reluctant, like they can't learn anything else because they got it all. They got a degree, what else do they do? No, learn as many skills as you can. And not just learning for the sake of having a paper. Trust me, when you get to an interview, the paper doesn't speak for you. So learn to know.
Yeah.
Learn different skills to know and not to get a paper.
Nice.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, you just don't have to be out there doing practical things. So you can just be online, download a book, read something constructive, try to see if you can work around, with your digital phone, what new settings are there, all those things. I mean, those are small things which can really help you develop. I mean, you've already explained the rest. So yeah, I agree. I really do.
Thank you so much, Yoti, for joining us. We've learned so much. I have learned so much personally, and I hope our viewers have learned a thing or two. And about that money-making topic you talked about, we're going to have you back on that.
We need to share more.
Yes, we need to share on how to make lots of money online in such a time. So thank you so much. Thank you for making time, and we hope to have you on the show live so that people can add the face to the name as soon as things get better. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate
it.
So
that's been interesting.
It has been interesting. I've learned a lot, really. I feel I've been able to identify certain gaps, which I now see the need to fill up. Exactly. Now that I have more time to myself to stay home. So I'm hoping that our viewers out there have also identified their own gaps. And I'm hoping after this, you start looking and filling up those gaps.
Yeah, and if you have any questions concerning employability skills, feel free to get in touch with us on our Facebook page, as well as if you maybe you caught us while in the middle of the conversation, you can catch up on our YouTube page. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Utuntu Zamgazine, as well as Instagram. Just engage with us. We want to hear from you, and most importantly, stay safe and take care. But from us, it's
Ashana Po.